New defensive coordinator, obviously Wink now over at Michigan as their DC. Tell us a little bit about Shane Bowen.
I love Shane. Shane's a very smart guy. Like I said, he's dogmatic. He demands a lot from us. So as we're going and growing through this process, we're learning the defense, and it's going well.
What's the biggest difference between the two? Wink obviously had his own personality. What's the big, for Giant fans out there that don't know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously in Wink's defense, we're blitzing 30-40% of the time, playing a lot of blitz zero. Here we're playing a lot of quarters. The way Shane's going to call it, it's going to be aggressive play style, but from a play calling standpoint, not as much. We'll play more zone than man. But yeah, we're still going to play physical, aggressive, and get after the ball.
Let me ask you about a couple of your teammates, right? Dexter Lawrence.
He's a beast. He's our defensive leader. And I mean, what was he, 24th, 25th top 100 player in the NFL? He's incredible.
Kayvon Thibodeau going into year 3.
I'm very excited for him to see his maturation since I've got here. He has all the tools, the physicality, the leadership ability, and to see him growing into himself, it's exciting to watch.
Giants brought in a big acquisition in the offseason in Brian Burns. I know you've been asked about Brian a lot. We watched him a lot down in Carolina. What should Giant fans expect? What has impressed you about Burns so far during camp?
He's electric. His pass rush fluidity, the way he's able to bend and move, it's incredible. And his leadership, I think as of late, he's stepped up. He's been a lot more vocal, and guys are looking up to him as that leader.
When you look at this defense overall, defense used to define, I mean, Bobby, you're a big football fan. You know, defense defined the Giants organization. Go back to LT, Strahan, OCU Manura, the NASCAR line, all that. What gives you confidence that this defense this year is going to be able to take that step forward?
The physicality, the mentality, and just the playmakers we have on our defense. I mean, all the guys we named, you bring up Micah McFadden, Jason Pinnock, Deontay Banks, Nick McLeod, a lot of guys who have that chip on their shoulder who want to make plays on game day.
What about when you look offensively, Malik Neighbors? He's electrified camp. Is all the talk about Malik legit?
Very legit. If anything, it's understated because he's just that much a professional and that talented and gifted. Obviously, he's a master of his craft, but to see the way he's come in rookie year and really established himself, I'm excited for the season.
What about as a defense working against Daniel? How has he looked coming off the torn ACL? There's, runs. You hear it, you see it about the quarterback, and when you look at Daniel Jones, how good do you think he can be this season?
I think he can be really good. He can be efficient. He can be accurate. Obviously be a guy who takes care of the ball, and then you've seen all the deep shots in camp. He's been hitting, so I'm excited.
When you look at yourself taking over, you're a leader. Not only, you're there, you're doing an interview today, but you're there at win or lose, talking to the media, coming over and being that kind of a leader for this team after signing a big free agent. What does it mean to be a Giant?
It's just Giants pride. Like you said, there's so much greatness in our, Giants lineage, from Jason Sehorn to Harry Carson to Carl Banks to LT. The list goes on. Guys who have really paved the way. So for me to step into that role, I feel a great responsibility with it.
Now, when Saquon leaves, does it have to be Philadelphia? What's it going to be like? Are you going to when you go up against the Eagles this year and you tackle Saquon for the first time? Are you going to talk a little smack? Are you going to say something?
I'll talk a little smack. I mean, that's my brother. When I signed here last year, he was one of the best, if not the best, leader on our team. Just him being drafted here, the legacy and impact he's made, and his personality. He really we rally behind him. So. It honestly makes for a great story that he's going to a division rival, and now we get to beat up on him.
Well, that's true. And listen, I think my 7-year-old son Gregory was crying when he found out that Saquon was leaving for the Philadelphia Eagles. He loved Saquon Barkley, as did a lot of Giant fans. What is it like now looking around that room? I know we're in camp, but looking around that room and you don't see Saquon there.
That room
from a leadership perspective.
It's been very stable. I think, Devin Singletary, Motor as we call him, he's stepped up as a big-time leader on our offense.
Bobby, last one for you. Be honest here. When you saw Daves for the first time, did you do a double take with the weight loss?
Yeah, he looks good.
He looks great. But he looks like a completely different person.
He says he's been doing a lot of Pilates. So.
A lot of Pilates. Lost a lot of weight.
Yep.
He's been known to do it in the past, but we were like, wait a second, is that the same guy?
For real. No, he's got the same spring in his step, chip on his shoulder, so we're all rallying behind him.
Well, Bobby, good luck this year. Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
You got it.
Pleasure.
No worries.